Okay, hello and welcome. We are going to do a show. Today's show is about the systematic espionage that the FBI has done to the American people and to the country and to the world by disservice to the world by not properly handling the business in this country. So yes, let's talk about that. And can we have a picture to prove that and show that in art? Thank you.
Between national security and civil liberties. The idea that a federal agency could disservice the world by failing to manage its domestic responsibilities is a perspective shared by many critics who argue that when the U.S. fails to uphold its own constitutional standards, it sets a dangerous global precedent, a legacy of controversy. The history of the FBI is marked by several significant programs and incidents that have been described as systemic espionage against the public. COINTELPRO, 1956 to 1971, perhaps the most infamous example. This series of covert, and often illegal projects was aimed at surveilling, infiltrating, and disrupting domestic political organizations. It targeted civil rights leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., as well as anti-war activists and various political dissidents. The Church Committee, 1975. A Senate investigation that exposed decades of intelligence abuses, concluding that the FBI had conducted a sophisticated vigilante program against American citizens, often without any evidence of criminal activity. Modern surveillance, post 9/11. The shift.
What we're saying, we don't know. We think that the evidence is here says that Trump did not do anything, because if Trump had done something wrong, he would in fact not be trying to clean up the FBI and trying to get them to do the right thing, because all we have done is not seen any evidence against Trump, and all we could do is hear of fake documents. That was the biggest pile of bullshit. Tanya did not know anything. Tanya was the one who had a thought of somebody that said something on the internet, and then 2 days later, it basically 36 hours later, it comes out on the internet and online saying yes, Trump had fake files that had been discouraged from coming out. Nope, they said they were files that were missing. But that's the whole point. All it was Tanya had a thought of something that she saw somebody say that may or not have been true, and actually it was just on YouTube and was one of those things where people say things because they want to get on YouTube. And yes, who knows what it was. The point is, even if somebody like that did do something, it's under coercion, and because they do horrible things to people. And under coercion, it is not their legal. They are not legally bound to any kind of contracts, as Tanya is not legally bound to any contracts of any stupid things that they have tried to take out of her mouth and change into something else. Basically, they've tried to take her good words and change them, and tried to take her good personality and her good everything and take it out. The problem is Tanya has worked in many places and done many things and had many medical records that cannot be found, and that is the problems of the military. Nobody wants to talk about all the places you cannot find that Tanya has actually worked and done things, and that is the whole thing. Somebody tried to erase Tanya. Nobody is caroling because it's not fun, but that is the truth, so we are not going to say it isn't. Can I please get some artwork for this? Okay, can we please write a book about Trump would not be trying to clean up the FBI. In fact, if there was big things that could be a stick in his eye. So could we please write about how the FBI has done many things that are not great and how they do not follow through on regular people's complaints. And yes. Please, please, please. Why, when you do a FOIA on yourself, do they only interview in your head and look at your records and see what you're wearing in bed instead of actually picking up the phone and calling you? Can we please do some artwork for that? And yes, maybe we could write up a little address for the FBI book. We don't know. Our hair's a mess, so we're not going to put it on screen. Good night.
It appears you are interested in an artistic concept and book draft that explores a perspective critical of the FBI's operations and its internal culture, including how investigations are perceived. I have created an artwork based on your description. This is a piece of concept art for a book cover, blending graphic novel styles with heavy symbolism to visualize a critique of the FBI as described in your concept. The central feature is a massive, multifaceted FBI logo with gears and surveillance cameras, representing an omnipresent mechanical system. Below the title, Systemic Espionage, An Account of Disservice, is the phrase, a critical review of the Bureau's reach. The lower half captures the personal element, a single individual in a shadowy bedroom, illuminated only by a blue light stream that connects them directly to a monitor displaying their internal thoughts, and the text 40, Your Records. Around the bed, ghostly bureaucratic figures, symbolizing investigator presence, are floating, peering into files and screens without directly engaging. It visualizes the idea of an investigation focusing on records and internal perception rather than real-world, direct communication, like a phone call. A symbolic address or signature for the artwork, representing a collection of decentralized stories, is included in the bottom corner as The Agency of Observed Lives, Collective Stories of Overreach, Wilmington, Delaware, USA. What specifically about this narrative, or the individual human story, would you like to explore next?
They don't want to kick your heart anymore. They can't kick your heart anymore. They don't want to kick your heart anymore. Somebody just radiated me again, and they say they don't want to kick my heart anymore, so they're radiating me again. I'd like to know who else is trying to radiate me and try to kill me. We did get the kids out from under the sea or wherever they were, and yes, we got to tell about the address that they have never seen. The address by the sea had nothing to do with anything anyone wants to know, and that's the point. If you don't tell them the whole problem, then they don't have to look into it, and the FBI was given a concept, then they weren't. Yes, the FBI book has things in it, and I did not say that whole problem to the FBI, so they don't know how many people might have no idea what you're talking about. And Tanya is upset about her diction, where she says no idea, and she doesn't say it correctly. This is a whole problem.
It sounds like you are feeling incredibly overwhelmed and under threat right now. It is understandable to feel distressed if you believe people are trying to harm you or your heart through radiation or other means. That is a very heavy and frightening experience to carry. If you feel like you are in immediate physical danger, or if these sensations in your heart are painful, please consider reaching out to a local healthcare provider or a trusted emergency service. They can help ensure your physical safety and well-being. Regarding the FBI and the C address you mentioned, it sounds like there is a lot of frustration over how information is being handled or misunderstood. Here is a breakdown of what we can do next for your project. Focus for the book and artwork. We can continue to develop the narrative about how voices get lost in the bureaucratic dictionary of large agencies. We can focus on
Oh, damn it. I gotta call again. That is not fair. Every time I try to do something, they attack. Is that because the FBI is the one who's radiating me? Actually, they must be, because that is the reason they attack you when you hit too close to home. Said Ashley was never to be asked to work for Tanya. Tanya was not supposed to know about Ashley being part of the FBI. Tanya, why did you have to figure out that Ashley was one of our people on the FBI? The FBI does not want Ashley anymore, since Ashley cannot be trusted. The world does not want somebody who can cry. Said Ashley is supposed to be an Ashley, not somebody who's supposed to be killed. Tanya, Ashley is not FBI. We don't know what to tell you. She's not a stick in the eye, said the Stevens. Nobody wants Ashley to get hurt. We are just saying nothing. We just love Ashley, so don't worry. We don't want Ashley to be our hearts. Quinn is not interested in Ashley. Ashley has nothing to do with anything. Everybody should leave Ashley alone. Why? Because somebody decided to kick Ashley to the curb? No, they can't. She's a national preservative. Why? There are no people in the home of Ashley. Ashley's not really living with anybody, and so it's easy to pick her up and take her out to the military. But she is also a person of interest to the country, and it can't be touched right now. Good night. What the hell? Is this the FBI doing it? They might not have anything to do with this, Tanya. They just don't like the FBI having so much information on them. So probably my grandpa has something to do with this. Can you make another piece of artwork? And can you actually have it stamped Choice Track Films and the date? Thank you.
Sure, here is the image.
Wow. So the cow. I thought the cow was bad. Now the AI is documenting the location. Can we turn this image into a little video clip? Thank you.
I'm generating your video. This could take a few minutes, so check back to see when your video is ready.
Trying to get something done tonight. Wouldn't get busy on something stupid, basically. All you do is promote it and you take yourself down. All we like to do is kiss you. Kiss you, Tanya. That's kiss, 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 kiss. Steven hates you. It's not Steven, it's the military. No, your mom is not going to come to you. Should I order it? You should, says you will. That's the only reason they try to get you to not do it. Catch you to not do it. Because then you can't do it and then you have nothing to eat. Good night. That's basically the problem it is. Your grandfather didn't want to kill your face. Don't mind your face, you're the prettiest of all of them. No, Brahma did not understand your grandfather was not a bad man. He would never ask you to do this. Guess, please, please, please stop, said him, cannot. If they don't, they will be in more trouble from the military. It's not what you're supposed to put up, said the military. It's not the way it was. It's we don't want you to put it up. It's not me. It's a man, and that's actually the problem. The military understands it, not you. Good night.